Happy Saturday night, Sooner Nation. This is live number 3 for the Sooner Surge. Some of you have already been on here twice with us, and now you get the three-peat, the triple threat, whatever you want to call it. Sooner Magic is real. Brent Venable said it's the first time he's experienced it as a head coach, and it's real. And hey, I got to say, what's real is real bad take here, saying that Sooner fans saying that Jackson Arnold, that Michael Hawkins wasn't any different than Jackson Arnold. He was way different.
And
way different. The longest pass play of the year was today. The longest running play of the year was today. They had 3 or 4 big plays called back. Like, he was way better. Now, he did lock in on a couple of receivers, or maybe didn't see some things, but it's his first game. He played unbelievably well.
Yeah, he didn't play perfectly. Of course, he's a true freshman, going to make a few. I think there was a couple times he missed Brennan Thompson, but
yes,
to say it's no different, I don't understand that.
Late, hey, Mr. Dillagaff, I think we had moved it to 9:45. Were we late from 9:45?
We might have been a minute late. We moved it earlier tonight because of the Alabama-Georgia game.
Hey,
but that game's a snooze fest. Wow, Alabama just smoking them.
Yeah, Alabama
shocked,
just destroying Georgia.
Yeah, it is. It's almost like he was a true freshman starting his first game.
They've come back though, Jay. It's 33-21.
And Michael says this. Michael says this. What I love about Hawkins, he's not afraid of being the guy making a crazy touchdown by diving in. Let's go. And you could see it when he's talking to the O lineman. He just seems like he's under control and he's energetic, and guys want to play for him. So
hook him. Yeah, you get your hat. It's officially OU Texas week, and by the way, a Texas player's already got bulletin board material for OU.
Wow, if you saw that, did you see how quick he walked that back? Oh my gosh!
What do you mean walked it back? He said we're going to dominate them, Jay.
Simmons totally walked that back as soon as he started saying it. He knew what he did. Mistake, bro. He started backing up and said, go watch it again, Jeremy. Try it. Go watch it again. I think it's pretty funny and pretty telling. He walked that back so quickly.
Hey, and Chief, I do think that he held the ball too long and didn't see some guys. That's some growing pains, but he didn't turn the ball over.
I did not listen to the post game on the Animal. Aaron saying that they said after the game that Anthony had another surgery, but that wouldn't surprise me. I don't think he's playing, and I don't think Nick Anderson's going to play this year. I mean, tell me when. I mean, I don't know. At this point, you're in game 6. He hasn't played. So,
Vic, thanks for the super. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Vic. Appreciate it.
On as always. Thanks. Yeah, Jay, who was the player that said it?
Colin Simmons.
And he also said a comment, when he knew Georgia was getting destroyed, said something like,
no, he didn't. This was a reporter that said that, CJ Vogel.
It was the same guy who tweeted the Simmons.
Yeah, same guy who tweeted, but the player that said it was Colin Simmons, and he totally walked it back.
Basically, he said, I know a lot of those OU players, we're going to dominate them.
He said, I think we'll totally dominate Oklahoma. That's pretty much what he said. I mean,
I don't know why Ron says lawsuits coming, but Ron, yeah, I still think this defense is elite.
I think the word elite's got to be changed.
It depends on how you define it. They're
top
three.
I'm not going to argue about elite and
they're a top 3 defense in the SEC. Okay.
Well, I think the jury's still out on that. I mean, I think they're really.
What
good
are you
defense.
laughing at? The defense won him the game today at Auburn, okay?
I think it's a really good defense. I think when I say top 3 in the SEC, I think they're right there. It's hard to know right now because I think Tennessee's a really good defense. I think Texas has a good defense, but I think they can be get. We'll find out in 2 weeks. Ole Miss didn't look great against Kentucky. So here's the thing. I think this defense is really, really, really good. We've had this argument before about what is elite and what is really good. I don't know what the term elite means, so it's hard for me to know.
Ron, you tell me how good the defense is. Tell me if the defense won him the game today.
Hey, John, tell me right now in the chat, where did Hawkins not look good at it? I'll wait. Go ahead and put it in there. Drop it, please. What did he not look good at? Do not blame the rest of the offense on Michael Hawkins, please. Go ahead and drop what Michael Hawkins did not look good at. There was one thing I saw specifically. I thought a couple of times he held onto the ball. But you know what? I'll take that instead of a turnover at this point.
I'm feeling amped up. This is going to be a fun live.
It's going to be a fun one tonight, I think, Jerm.
Hey, first off, and I agree with Chief, there are a couple plays down the field where OU did not perform well. But I'll tell you this. The opposing teams are not having guys just running down the field wide open. Both of those plays, especially the Des Malone touchdown, was right there. Turn and make a play. This defense was on the field a lot and made big time plays when it mattered. John,
he was 11 for 15. 11 for 15, right?
I don't understand the comment. He wasn't completing enough bad passes.
Is he being sarcastic? Am I reading this wrong? I don't know.
Don is hovering over sarcasm or ridiculous takes.
And Greg, I already told Jeremy I'm not getting to the elite or really good defense. I don't know what the term elite is. I like this defense. I think they're going to win games for the Sooners. They won them the game today, whether you want to say it or not.
Was Greg God the one saying the defense is trash when they actually ended up getting a pick six and winning the game?
They weren't great today. The defense wasn't great today. But I will say, second half when they had to have it, second half when they had to have it, they allowed 7 points. So
they allowed one touchdown in the second half. They made adjustments. They fixed it.
Now they weren't. The defense has some issues on the back edge. I would say that they can get beat a few times.
Covered. It was not making the plays. They had guys there.
I know.
And John, he couldn't complete enough passes downfield. Okay, so the one to Brendan Thompson is the one that stands out. He overthrew him. He had the guy beat. That was a play OU needed back and wish they could have back. Otherwise, I don't understand what you're wanting. He didn't see a couple of things, but the line was pitiful again.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta take the quarterback and say, they can do a certain amount, but when you got the O-line not playing good, still not playing good, you got the tight ends right now. I don't think they're playing very good. So it's not just Hawkins if they struggle. It's not just Hawkins. Now, if he turns it over 3 times, you can say it's more Hawkins. But
he's only going to get better. He's only going to get better. And find someone who loves you, like R. Mason Thomas loves attacking the quarterback. Yeah. Hey, I was a little surprised, Ron, but they were number 1 in the SEC at 6.2 yards.
Bread and butter.
Hey, what was their average per carry today, Hunter?
What
was it? Were they below their average? I mean,
4.1.
4.1. Yeah, so they were held 2 yards below their average. To me, Jay, I think you put a true serum in BV. Those plays where OU had really good coverage, I don't think they thought Peyton Thorne could have made those throws.
Yeah, and real quick, today this game was won because of, the defense made the massive plays down the stretch, but Michael Hawkins, that 2-point conversion was massive. The throw to Hester changed the game. The deep throw to Hester absolutely changed the game, and then his first run for a touchdown. Say that the quarterback didn't play well is an absolute joke, okay? It's an absolute joke.
Yeah. Auburn was 3.3, but the 4 sacks flipped the stat, but they still count. The penalties were bad tonight. Today. The penalties were maybe, in my opinion, penalties and O-line were the 2 most negative spots. I even think Seth Luttrell did a few better things. There were different wrinkles today, a little bit.
Hey, you know what? I'm not like a person that likes to toot my own horn at all. I don't like to, but I think I was pretty close on the game as far as Michael Hawkins, because I said, he's going to make some plays. The offense isn't going to look much different. It didn't. I was
right with it, Jay.
I still have a lot of questions with this O-line. I still have a lot of questions with Seth Luttrell. It remains to be seen on my end. Penalties were killers too. So
I don't have
they got a lot. Listen, they got a lot of work to do offensively, but they won the game. They're 4-1. It was a massive win. Massive win.
I don't have any questions on Joe John Finley. He's bad. The tight end position is bad. Zach Schmidt was big time today. Hester was big time today. Kip Lewis, R. Mason Thomas, huge, as Joe C said. Huge.
Yeah, big game for Hester. Big performance by him. He made a couple plays. I mean, the one on the sideline, that was a big play. He got a first down on that, made a few guys miss. And then he got separation on that, which we have not seen. Now, Brendan Thompson got separation a few times. One, Hawkins threw it out of bounds. But having Hester out there with the size, if he can make some more plays like that, would be great.
If you told me OU was going to hold Auburn to 3.3 yards a carry, I thought OU would have won going away. Auburn was able to make a couple big plays. But, man, second half, I thought OU's defense was on lockdown.
Hey, Jay Johnson, who did you see it from? Are you seeing the GA, Tyler is his name, I think? Who were you seeing it from? Joe John?
Kevin Johnson.
Kevin, I did see Kevin Johns in his ear a few times. I did see that, Hunter.
I wonder if there was complaints about that this week. Hey, Chief, you know my thoughts on this. You and I are very, very high on the fact that Tarquin should be benched. They got 2 weeks to figure it out. I am sick and tired of hearing people say, well, Michael Tarquin, he's playing the best. I don't give a rip. He's no nasty in him.
Well, one thing I will say, I haven't rewatched it. I will in the morning. I think Jake Taylor made some pretty good blocks. I'm
Jake Taylor was okay today.
I think he was okay.
Jake, Thunder fan, did you watch the game? He played today. He started and played the whole game. Yeah,
I don't remember him coming out, but I might be wrong.
He played left tackle. Tarquin was right tackle. They moved Jacob Sexton to left guard.
Which
at the bench.
On the touchdown run by Barnes on that second down run, Sexton just pancaked somebody. Made a great block. Sick of seeing tight ends screw things. That Roberts play was awful.
It was awful.
You don't need to do it. You don't need to do it.
It was a bad holding call in the holding call, though. Hey, I'm sick of seeing tight ends screw same things over, too. Arnold, it does seem like, was in the game mentally, at least, more so, especially than when he plays. Yeah, Tarquin was bad, and Hickman's the other guy. That's just not good.
Yeah.
He has. I think you could roll into Texas with a little bit different line. I think Sharp was better at blocking today, and I haven't rewatched it. I think Sharp was better at blocking today. I'm still not impressed with Sharp when he catches the ball. He can't really cut and make moves. Maybe straight line speed, he's okay, but
on the slant where it was called back, he had some strong running on that. He's not agile and like make people miss for sure.
Yep, it's a wide out. But here's my thoughts on that. OU Texas is before South Carolina. I don't give a rip about South Carolina right now. Sooner fan says, Chief, are you sure about Hawkins being a guy? Yeah, Hawkins is the guy, dude. He's it. He's got it all.
I agree.
Every bit of it he's got.
Hey, how Mara says, I'm tired of seeing Walker running, chasing someone. Kanai got beat a couple times today. Woody got beat a few times. Des Malone, he got beat on the touchdown. I don't think it was horrible coverage. He just didn't make the play. And that was kind of with Kanai there on that one. You got to make plays when it's one-on-one. Maybe it wasn't Kanai. It was Bowen that was right there. He just didn't make the play. Hey, that's a question we could ask is Peyton Bowen.
Overrated.
This year compared to last year, he was making some plays. I'm not seeing him as much make plays out there. I've seen him play. I just don't see anything standing out that he's making a bunch of plays. But maybe I'm wrong. I mean, just from what I can see, right? I'll tell you a guy who's made leaps and bounds of improvement on defense is Trace Ford. You can count on him right now.
Alabama may lose tonight.
Are you kidding me?
First and goal to cut it to 6 minutes left.
No way.
Correct. And everything I said earlier, out the window.
Wait, how much time?
6 minutes.
But what would the score be if they score?
33-28.
Wow, that would be the biggest choke job by our Alabama coach. Are they throwing the ball? Did they go into a shell or what?
You just never know, Jay. Hey, I will say, Matt said the secondary has serious issues. I seriously disagree. Listen, I
They have
can
some
watch.
issues.
I can watch any game right now and see guys making plays. Georgia's secondary didn't look good the first. I mean, like OU was in position. They just didn't make the play. It's not like the guys are running all over the place.
Hey, Stutzman's fine. Stutzman was fine. There was a few tackles that he missed.
He
Other
didn't
than
seem
that, I
any
think he played
different
well.
tonight. He was all in it.
He played well. I love the neck brace he was wearing. It looked great on him.
He played well. He missed a couple tackles.
You know, Kobe McKenzie was in the right spot a lot, but he missed some tackles too. And he had that one pick. I thought he had it.
Is this a direct quote from Hugh Freeze or something?
I think Colin is joking.
Yeah, I know. I was kidding. Hugh Freeze probably said they'd beat OU 9 out of 10 times.
Yeah, probably so.
It's been a weird day with the secondary being awful.
I don't think they're awful. I think there's some. They can get beat there. I think they can get beat.
It's the hardest. Go watch any game. You're going to see guys getting catches. That's what happens in football.
I agree.
Like OU fans, if there's a play where there's a 12-yard or a 15-yard gain, OU fans act like the secondary's trash at that moment.
I guess what we're finding out is that Alabama and Georgia, I guess, don't play very good defense.
They're in the 30s and 20s, Jay.
So is that bad defense? Are they awful?
Woody's bad. I get it. I've said it. I said it now. Woody's bad. Yeah, Stutz is always good. Kip absolutely brought it today. Des Malone, correct me if I'm wrong, is 6'1".
Des Malone.
Kenai Walker's like 6'2".
They could really use Gentry Williams, but he can't stay healthy. That's the problem. Eli Bowen made a good tackle, but then you saw him on that little screen pass. He got blocked pretty hard. But, you know, Jacoby Johnson's the guy they move into wide receiver. They might could use him there on defense back.
Yeah.
I mean,
Matt, that is a horrible take.
They're not. Nick Saban's
First
not
off,
coming
it's horrible because Nick Saban would never go to OU.
He's not coming out
second
of retirement.
Of all, I still like Brent Venables.
Yeah, but Brent Venables, they got to have a better year. They got to be better this year. He's got to win these close games.
Sooner Freak, you did say it, and you were right. But up until this point, no one should say he needed anything to be
Vic's
out there.
got it.
Bad.
Touchdown, Georgia. Wow.
33-28.
Vic's got a great question here. What is this bye week going to do for us from a health standpoint? Here's what I say. I say two guys you probably get back for sure. Burks and Taylor Tatum, offensively. Defensively, really, the only one you have a chance to get back would be McCullough. And I don't know if that's fine if he does, but I don't know if it matters that much. The defense isn't like they don't have to have him back. So offensively, Burks and Tatum would help for sure. But other than that, I don't think there's anybody else. I mean, Everett's cleared. He should play. He's ready to go. So I don't know why he didn't play. He's cleared to play. So
they got 2 weeks to figure some more things out on offense. But I do think if they can pressure Ewers or Manning, whoever it is, they're going to have a chance.
Hey, and for everybody that bashes Schmitty about the injuries, did y'all see the post game? Players love Schmitty. Okay. I mean, nobody's bashing him for injuries.
You didn't want me to talk about that.
Oh, I don't care. I'm just saying, like, it's not because of Schmitty. The offense is the one getting injured, not defense. And if it was Schmitty, it'd be everybody, would it not?
Sooner Legend said this game gave me 1976 OU Nebraska vibes. I was not born. I was born in 1977. It gave me 2000 vibes. It was a lot like the A&M game. The pick six was a lot like it. Hey, John, they actually do. You know why? It's football.
And it's OU Texas. It's a rivalry game. Do you remember James
Allen?
Allen?
What's going to happen 2 weeks from tonight?
Nobody knows.
It's football. OU beat him with James Allen.
Real quick, Gray God, what are you saying? Please expand on that. Expand on that. What do you mean? Why am I saying Daniel Brooks was wrong, Jay?
Why don't you call out Gray God? What kind of comment is that?
I don't understand the comment at all. Please tell me.
Yeah, expound on it, Jay.
I don't like comments by saying that. I have no clue what you're talking about with Daniel Brooks.
Yeah, it's so vague, dude.
What did he say about Schmitty? Please expand and more than that. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm on this live every night at 9:30. There's so much stuff in these comments every time. I can't remember everything that's said. Please,
Jay,
if
the
you
only
ask
thing
it,
I remember,
real quick, real quick. If you ask it and put the whole thing in there, I can know what you're talking about.
I think
I'm sorry. Sorry if I got loud. Sorry about that.
No, it's me. You watch the game. I've watched them too. Football happens. Upsets happen, John.
How did Kentucky win today? That should have never happened.
Kentucky beat Ole Miss, John?
In Ole Miss. 33-28 Bama.
What he said about Schmitty, I think, Jay, was.
Do you know what he said? I'm trying to remember.
I don't want to put words. It was something about guys. He wants guys to play even if they're sore, even if they're.
Well, then you can't blame Schmitty because
nothing to do with what you said. You said guys love Schmitty. Daniel didn't say guys hate Schmitty.
Well, and the thing is, if people are saying he wants guys to play because when they're injured, then why aren't any of the offensive guys playing if Schmitty's that makes no sense at all?
No, I don't know what the comment was. He probably needs to maybe ask him that when he's on Monday night. Bama fumbled the kickoff.
Wow, this is an absolute choke job.
Oh, they must have gotten it back. Yeah, I think
Ole Miss and Missouri are beatable. Yeah, I think
Missouri's beatable. South Carolina's beatable.
Listen,
Maine's beatable. If OU beats Ole Miss, Missouri, Maine, and South Carolina, they got 8 wins.
You're talking Ole Miss, Missouri. That's tough.
Every SEC game is tough, Jay. Auburn was tough. OU won it. OU didn't play well against Tennessee, and they were in the game.
And I agree. You got to take it one game at a time. Greg, God, I'm waiting to see what he said. I honestly don't remember, bro. I'm sorry. I just don't remember. I just do not.
We need to go watch the last time he was on, Jay.
Hey, I very well could be wrong because I'm wrong a lot. But I would like to know what you're calling me out for because I really don't know.
Sounds like he's calling Daniel out and you going against Daniel, maybe. I'm confused. It's like a soap opera.
And Chuck's right about that. It's this year more than any other year. Everybody's beatable. Everybody's beatable. One game at a time.
That was a tough environment today.
Hey, could you go to? I would like more screens. I don't think they ran enough of them.
I love the tight end screen where the lineman actually went downfield. It's just Bauer Sharp was slow getting moving on that.
SMU
destroying.
Not spring. Okay, here it is. Here it is. Greg God has responded. Says that he overworks players, especially injuries, banged up players, none to do with them hating it. Okay, here's what I'll say. Let me talk, Jared. I think what you're saying is that Daniel Brooks was saying that Schmitty doesn't like it if guys can go, but they're a little banged up and they want to sit out. He wants them to play through the injury. I think that's what you're saying. So I guess you disagree because they're not playing through the injuries. They're sitting. So what does that have to? They're sitting.
Yeah, I don't know.
They're not playing through it.
I don't know what that's.
I don't understand I do not understand I'm so confused.
Lifting Schmitty up on their shoulders. I don't know what that has to do with that. Is what I was saying. Hey, John, you're to just sit here and say OU is done against Missouri and that Auburn's not a tough place to play. I guess you haven't watched football games, John.
And you know what? The ones that say this, Ron, that's fine. That's fine. Ron, do you not want your kid to be in the NFL then? He puts guys in the NFL. He improves guys' draft stock. Fact. But whatever. I don't want to get into a Schmitty thing. I don't want to get into it tonight.
John, are you serious? You don't think Jordan Hare is a tough place to play?
Who said that?
That's why I just ripped into it, Jay. Said not a tough place to play. LSU will be way tougher and no chance against them or Missouri. That's what the comment was.
They're not good this year at all. They're not good this year, but
I get that Cal beat them. I know Cal beat Auburn. So what? USF almost beat Bama.
And hey, Ron, I know that Schmitty doesn't make the decision. What I'm saying is the people out there that say all these injuries are Schmitty's fault, I think is absolute ridiculous. That's all I'm saying. I think it's silly talk.
Auburn is on the brink of being 5-0. They just haven't won close games. They've had bad quarterback play, bad coaching at times. But to say that the environment isn't good.
Georgia scored again. Wow.
They're winning this game.
Wow.
This is an absolute
Was
choke
it
job by
30
the
to
University
nothing or
of
30
Alabama.
to 7?
What
30 to nothing or
happened to
30 to 7?
Alabama? What
Who plays
happened?
defense on those teams? Doesn't look like those are two good defensive teams, does it?
This could be a debacle for the University of Bama.
You know what's funny is we started our live early because we thought that was a blowout. It was over.
Jay, Georgia ain't losing 2 games now, are they?
Well, they still could lose this one.
Hey, guess what, John? I don't want Deion Sanders anywhere near the University of Oklahoma as a head coach.
No, they got a long season left. They shocked me today, John. I agree.
They did win. I was shocked.
I thought UCF was going to roll.
I was shocked. Colorado went in there and killed them. I just don't want Deion Sanders as the coach.
I was surprised. I mean,
I am just shocked right now.
That's right. I'm with you on this. Enjoy the win. Now, we can talk about things that need to be better. They still have a lot of improvement to do. They got to get better. That's a fact. But 35-33, OU has a better defense than these two teams. Well, some people would agree with that. Some people wouldn't. But greatest sport of all time, 31-30, stopped on 2-point conversion. Okay. Hey, John, that's a dumb comment. I'm sorry. Deserve? Maybe they didn't play as well as Auburn, but they deserved to win. They made the plays when they needed to. The pick six, Michael Hawkins, they did not deserve to win when Michael Hawkins dove into the end zone and flipped over 2 guys. He doesn't deserve it. Doesn't deserve it. Nah, doesn't deserve it. He didn't try. No. If you want to say that they got outplayed by Auburn, go ahead. I would agree with that 1,000%, John.
Hey,
but don't say deserve.
I'm not even going to show
deserve. We're not going to do deserve.
Bama fell into the adrenaline dump at halftime. Man, I don't know what happened. This is crazy.
What's up, Titus?
All
Sailor?
they need
You're
is a
here.
field goal. They have a great kicker. Jay, they have a great kicker. Travis Hunter did play outstanding. I think I was going to say Milroe was the leading candidate for the Heisman, but now.
Well, he's having a great game. He's having a great game tonight.
It's going to be Carson Beck, Hunter, and Milroe.
Bama scored, they said. Wow. What? No defense. Top 3 in the SEC. I guess OU's in there, aren't they? Defense.
What a game. And we're on a live and I'm missing it. What in the world is happening?
Yeah, this is it right there, Mr. Dilligap. It's not about deserving. It's about who made the plays when it counted. OU dominated the fourth quarter. Look at the last 4 possessions, Oklahoma offense. And then go look at the last 4 possessions, Oklahoma defense. They dominated both sides of the ball when it mattered.
Maybe we'll see an OU DNA this week, but I promise you on the sideline, I guarantee you something happened before the fourth quarter with the guys. The line played different. I don't know who said something. What happened? I don't know, Jay.
Hey, how much time is left?
Probably about 1:58.
Is it really? You don't win by racking up a bunch of yards. You win by just scoring. The last time I looked at it was 27-21. That's right. Victory, Oklahoma.
Blake says.
Hey, thanks for the super, Blake. Appreciate it.
Who's the outlaw, Jay? Who's the outlaw?
He's got a YouTube, I think, is what they were saying earlier. 2:18 left. 41-34. This game's going to go to overtime.
40. What's the count?
Hey, was it Ryan Williams that scored it? I don't know. I'm not on here. So
I thought it was 35-33 going into that play.
Yeah, that's true. Ryan Williams is in another league.
Exactly, Greg God. Devon Mitchell, 2 weeks. I think Devon Mitchell plays against Texas.
I just don't see it, Jeremy.
What?
I don't see it because they haven't played him yet. What makes you say that?
He's getting
what makes you say that? I think
he's getting better. I think he's going to do it, Jay. Jay, let me ask you this. The tight end screen where Bauer Sharp took about 3 minutes to get going. Can you imagine if Devon Mitchell had that?
It'd been nice.
I mean, for that kind of play, you don't need to know the playbook. You need to be an athlete, catch the ball, and go make a play, period. Not fumble it.
Kyle's talking about no RPO today.
Let me say, I'm mixed on it, Kyle. I think I would have liked to see Michael Hawkins pull a couple of those handoff fakes out and go around the corner.
But it could be that maybe the O line's better without the RPO too, because they know what they're doing. They don't know if it's a run or a pass. They know what they're doing. They're blowing off the
O-line was
ball.
bad either way, dude.
They were bad. They were bad.
What they're going to say is like someone said, elite offenses. If this was OU's defense, they'd be getting ripped out forever.
True.
Caleb Hicks is on the bench.
John, I don't know. John, I'm with you on this, John. I'd like to see him. John. And Blake, thanks for the super. Says Devon Mitchell has to be better than Roberts.
Has to be.
I don't know. There's probably some things that I mean, Mitchell athleticism and stuff, he'd be great, but there's probably some things he's not ready for. That's probably what the holdup is.
Yeah, Jake Roberts was bad. Fanstop says expected OU to be a little flat this week after the emotional. Hey, I was surprised too because OU had a lot to play for. It's Hawkins' first start. OU comes out and just looks great on defense early. They get the stop. Michael Hawkins goes the distance on the scramble. I'm thinking, wow, this could be a blowout. They didn't really come out flat. They have a chance to go up 14-0 on the long play to Sharp, but you get the penalty. And then after that, that's when things started getting dicey. The defense played a lot. Yeah, I don't know. The comment about Hicks was bad. I agree, Chuck. We don't need to compare it to leprosy. That's ridiculous.
Who said that?
I don't know. I saw something like that in the chat, man. I can't keep an eye on the chat. Yeah, he was third string. And Bauer Sharp was at FCS school.
It's too early for me to know if they're how they're going to do against Bama. Too early. Benjamin says third string at Baylor. Why is he playing in Oklahoma? You know what? I don't know on anything like that. I don't want to get into bashing kids and who should and shouldn't be playing. Yeah, that was a cool moment. And you know what? There were some cool moments from that game today. That was one of them. I think Kip Lewis's moment was awesome for him. I mean, that was a huge play. I went back and just rewatched that play. That was a third down play. And when you rewatch it, I encourage everyone to go rewatch it. Great call by Zach Alley. Great call.
Hey,
he brought everybody up to the line of scrimmage. It looked like they were all coming. Even Kip Lewis rushed for a minute and then dropped back into coverage. It was an elite call. That's why Thorne I think there was an RPO for Thorne. He pulled it out because he thought he saw more guys coming, and then he dropped back in coverage. It was an elite call by Alley and an elite play by Kip Lewis to make the play. It worked out. It was great. Both.
Sooner Legend, thanks for joining us as always. And Jay, I agree. They are paid employees. You can rip whoever you want.
That's true.
I agree with that, Chief. Hey, maybe it changes his career. I mean, he got a little bit of separation. I'm not going to argue it's a big play for him. Who was the best player today? I mean, on offense, it was Michael Hawkins. You can argue with me. Look, I was a huge Jackson Arnold supporter. I'm sitting here saying that Michael Hawkins was the best player on the offense today. On defense, how can you not go Kip Lewis? I thought Billy Bowman was really good. I'm going Kip Lewis, though. Number 10, just like Torrance Marshall. It looked just like the glory days where Torrance Marshall is running the pick six, Sooner Magic, and Rocky Kalmus running side by side, except this time it was Danny Stutzman.
Hey, RMT's another great. He had a great game. Hey, is it a Kip and score or is it a Kip six?
Hey, let me get to this real quick. There was the play where he goes in for the tackle and just misses. That guy ran through him. And there was one other play, but Danny Stutzman played really well, I thought. I'll have to rewatch the game. I thought Danny Stutzman did a lot of
I didn't see. There was a couple of tackles I think he'd like to have back, but I don't think other than that. I mean, I think he played good. Kip tough. Hey, he had some speed on that. I thought that guy was going to catch him, but he got all the way in there. And that was a big moment because if not, who knows?
What's crazy on the Hester play, it wasn't even a double move.
Hunter says 29.2 tackle grade. Touchdown Georgia just practicing. That's right.
Oh, they're
Hey,
not.
Kirby Smart is 1-5 against
Hey,
Alabama, by the way.
I wonder what his PFF grade was.
Well, I think he said 29.2 tackle grade. I don't
All
know
I
what
know is
overall is.
he caused a lot of havoc early. I mean, the fourth down play was him and Bowman. Overall, 62.5.
Hey, I would disagree with this a little bit, Sooner fan. I don't say
Unmotivated.
wait. I wouldn't say unmotivated. I will say that they were getting allowing a lot of yards and a lot of longer drives. They were on the field a lot, and they just didn't make any big time plays like turnover wise until that fourth quarter. But I'll say this: when they had to have plays, they made them, and when they got the lead and uh, put Auburn in passing situations, they were pretty elite on getting a quarterback. I wonder, it'd be a great question. I would love to be a part of the meeting and be able to ask this question to Brent Venables on Monday. And this is what I would ask. Defensively, do you guys feel like you could have put more pressure on them earlier? Once you got the lead, you put pressure on them, you were getting to them. Uh, do they feel like they could have brought more pressure? Because they were laying off a little bit and then allowing the short passes for first downs. I just wonder if they look back thinking, man, we should have brought pressure earlier. I don't know.
Hey, Mez says Stutzman needs his arm brace back. We can ask Papa Top tomorrow. We can ask Danny Stutzman's dad tomorrow night about that. See.
Who cares who won? That's right.
Exactly.
Trace
OU.
Ford is, I tell you, a guy who's rejuvenated his career. He had another strip sack today, which OU didn't get the ball, but that was a great move again. Almost looked like the exact same move he did to the guy last week for Tennessee. And he's beaten some good players last few weeks. So I'm impressed by Trace Ford. I'm impressed.
He stepped up when OU's needed him to step up. And hey, if anyone is not excited about OU's win today, I don't know what to say. I don't know what's wrong with how. I don't know how you could not be excited.
Oh,
That
I
was
was
a road
excited. Are you
win
kidding me?
in a tough environment, a special way to win, massive win for you going into the 2 weeks before Texas. You have a bye week. Like, that's a massive win.
Hey,
Huge win. I'm super stoked.
Sooner fan says Georgia is driving. That's not a good thing. Hope they're not going too fast. Speed limit. Reckless.
Hope they're not under the influence.
Hope they're not going reckless on this drive.
Jay, Miguel Chavis has done well with Trace Ford.
He has. He has.
They're on the Bama 42. How much time? How much time left in this game, guys?
No clue, Jeremy. 128, baby.
How many timeouts does Georgia have?
Good thing we didn't wait till this was over to get on. It'd have been like 11. What I mean, you don't have a heart. If you're not excited today, you don't have a heartbeat. That was. I thinking back on some of the games I've watched. That Kip Lewis pick, I rewatched it again, and 4:30 or 4:40 left in that game. They're driving.
You realize
they're on OU side of the field. The game's going to be over if they go put a touchdown or a field goal in. It's over.
You realize when he picked that off, he showed some great speed, because I thought that first guy was going to get him after about 5-yard return. He gets to the corner and is able to just get there. And so thankful he got to the end zone, because you never know what happens if he gets tackled at the 7.
RSJ played another. He had a good blitz there, but
and Boganowski came in.
Boganowski got some playing time today. Hey, 4th and 2, Georgia
Stone
had 3
played,
timeouts.
Boganowski, PJ, Hardy, a lot of guys played.
Hey, Kip was fast, but how fast was Michael Hawkins on that first touchdown? Did you watch that replay? 4.43 with pads.
He left him.
It's pretty good. Pretty good.
First down, Georgia, 36.
I think they're going to lose. They're going to get stopped. They're going
to go for 2 and win the game.
No, they won't go for 2, will they?
Nathan said it was a great win. Happy for the guy. Just want to temper expectations about Hawkins. He's going to look. That's the deal. If anyone wants to crown him as Kyler Murray, Jalen Hurts, Baker Mayfield, just stop. He did really well today. David Stone came in, I know, a couple of times with PJ in the third quarter.
Can we? Yeah, he did a few times. Can we say something here? And this brings up a great point. Something has to be done in college football.
The
Has
Ole
to be.
Miss one was bad.
The Ole Miss was the worst one I've ever seen. And that was from an offensive guy.
Yeah.
From a running back.
Jackson Dart told him, he said, go down.
I saw it. He pointed to him. Something's got to be done, right? Yeah, Texas is talking trash. Go watch the clip with Colin Simmons and see how quick he walked it back. Very quickly he started walking it back. He knew he screwed that up. What
There's
happened?
A great song. That's a great song. Oh, Happy Day. That song right there.
Yep, I could sing it right now, but I'm not gonna. I saw some
Sooner
different
Magic
younger.
Bros. I saw some different younger guys on their defense. They needed this experience. I know it looked like defense was sleep on. They hit the gas when playing time when the game got tight. Like I like the defense. There are a couple plays I hated, but man, the guys. Des Malone's got to turn his head. Kenai Walker's got to get tighter. Woody Washington shouldn't be out there.
And Tyler, here's my thing. I said it last year in the offseason. Here's what needs to happen. If you get hurt on first down or you go out of the game, you sit till they get another first down that series. If you get hurt on third down and you go out, you got to sit till it's first down. You have to have them sit down a series until the first down resets it, I think. But you got to do something. You can't just not do anything.
No, Chris, OU did it. OU did it week last
Yeah,
week.
but here's the difference. OU did it mainly in the first half, and the DeJohn Terry did it right off the bat. But after that, they weren't doing it. Like the ones I saw today were pretty blatant, obvious. Now, OU did do
Terry's
some.
was blatant. DeJohn
DeJohn Terry's first one was really blatant. The one Herb Street called him out at, yes. But the second time he got hurt, he didn't. I think the first time he did, but not the second. But here's the thing.
DeJohn Terry didn't fake. It sure looked like it, Hunter.
There's got to be some consequences for it. I mean, there just has to be.
Hunter was at the OU Tennessee game. Go rewatch it and watch what Herb Street says about it. It looked bad.
Yeah.
Ole Miss is the worst at it.
Hey, Ole Miss, Lane Kiffin might need to get off TikTok this week. He was on TikTok a lot last week. Just saying.
On the missed field goal, OU had to rush to substitute. Why didn't the refs hold the ball? Did Auburn substitute? Well, they did because they brought the field goal unit out. But I don't think you have to on a field goal.
Now, a field goal is different. It's not like reset. It's a different thing.
Correct.
OU could have called a timeout there, but I think they were trying to rush Auburn, so they didn't want to do that. I thought for the most part, I thought Brent Venables did a pretty good job managing the stuff today, the timeouts and stuff. I thought it was pretty good. You know what I loved? I loved the fake punt trying to draw them off sides and use your timeout. Use your timeout. Very smart play there. Loved it.
I was worried they were going to jump. OU was going to jump, have a false start, but they didn't. Overtime. What?
Jay, do I believe? Do I believe in what? Chuck, what's the question? Bama wins. Bama wins. Interception, Bama, game over.
Georgia comes all the way back and loses.
Hey, Chuck, what are you asking me if I believe in, bro?
I'm not sure. Mr. Dilligaff, you mean like the transfer and redshirting rules? I won't hold my breath on the faking an injury because the first time someone's actually hurt in the refs. Oh, they're absolutely, yeah. I don't know how you get around it. That's the thing. I don't know
how you get around it. You make them sit out a series. It's a rule. That's how you get around it.
Yeah, I agree. Sit out the possession.
Okay, I see Chuck's question. Chuck, I'm not a full believer yet in offense. Okay, I'm a believer in Michael Hawkins as the quarterback. I'm a believer they can make some plays. They made some plays today. I'm not a full believer in this offense with the offensive line they have, with the wide receiver core and with Seth the Trail, the chemistry. I'm not a firm believer yet. And Chuck, you can laugh at me all you want. I'm sorry. My opinion is I think Michael Hawkins is the guy at quarterback. He's going to make plays. I still have to see more from the offense in general as a whole. If you're thinking if I want this team to go 9-3, you can laugh all you want, Chuck. 9-3 or 8-4, they got to get better offensively. The offensive line has to get better. The The play calling has to get better. The penalties have to get better. And Chuck, I was an absolute wrong today. I picked OU to score 10 points, and I was wrong. Way
Jay,
wrong.
the offense wasn't great today, though.
They weren't great. They looked better. And that's what it's going to take.
Passing yards.
It's going to have to take incremental improvement. Oh, about today, Chuck, if it's about today, I'm dead wrong. 100%. You're right. I can admit that.
I had to go back. Robbie Clark. I need to go back to Robbie Clark's comment. Thought it was a good one.
That's true. The 47 in a row is out of question now.
Hey, the game tonight between Bama and Georgia, they're letting those receivers and DBs put hands all over each other.
Yep, they are.
And that needs to be how it's played. Chris, I agree. If you chalk it up as player safety and just say, can't allow you to go back in for 10 plays or 8 plays or
no, it's just till first down again. It's not hard.
Or this possession. I think it's possession. And say for player safety, no one can argue that.
Blake says if OU goes 8-4, 9-3, are you satisfied? I'm
9
satisfied.
9-3, I am.
9-3, I'm satisfied. 9-3, I'm satisfied.
8-4, I'm not happy like Ron.
Does Bama jump Texas, you think? I don't know if they will.
I think Texas will be 1, Bama 2.
That's kind of what I'm guessing. But we'll see. They might jump him because they beat Georgia. Who knows? No, they did not lose.
Season streak.
They lost in the postseason. So this was a regular season streak they were trying to get.
Bill, I think most OU fans, if OU goes 9-3, that's a heck of a year this year. They probably make the playoff.
Now, the fact is Texas didn't look good today, but I think they'll still be 1.
8-8. AD. You see the flags and this the University of Oklahoma. 8-4 is never too high an expectation at the University of Oklahoma.
That's right. Saying. Chris, yeah, you did say that. You did say the defense was going to get us 1. They did.
You're right, Chris.
The hub, Alabama will be 1, Chuck says. The hub says Texas has the weakest SEC schedule. I don't know about weakest. It's pretty weak, but I don't know about weakest. I mean, Ole Miss is pretty weak. Missouri pretty weak. What's the score in Oregon tonight? Oregon, UCLA. What's the score on that one, Sooner fan?
Started at 10 o'clock, Jay.
Oh, it started at 10? Well, what time is it right now?
Probably about 10:30.
It's been a good day, man. Good day for a W for Oklahoma. Nice.
What channel is the Oregon game on? Yeah, Georgia's going to be down probably, I don't know, 6 or 8.
Fox. It's on Fox. 7-3 so far. Who's winning 7-3? I'm guessing Oregon.
I'm guessing Oregon's winning.
Hey,
to me, let's get back into the OU game because anyone who doesn't believe Oregon's down 10-3. Crazy. Anyone who doesn't believe that Sooner Magic is real, they just don't know the history of OU football. That is what happened today. It was Sooner Magic, Kip Lewis, a season, in my opinion, a season-changing play possibly. That's what I would say. Hunter dropped the stat earlier that OU had a 90% chance of losing that game. When he made that pick 6, they had a 75% chance of winning the game. It's impressive.
Jay don't believe. LOL. That's fine. That's fine.
Oregon's up 7-3.
What?
Oregon's up 7-3.
And I'm not saying I don't believe that. All I'm saying is from what I've seen so far, I think the offense needs to improve. I don't think it's there yet. Seriously. I don't know why that's like an indictment against me. I don't get that.
Bomb's on here. Bomb, did you get my message to you about the Discord? I sent you the link. You said you were having issues. I sent you the link. Let me know if that works for you. Would love to have you in the Discord.
Nash on here says, I'm a diehard Texas fan. Texas is going to be number 2 or number 3, and I'm fine with that.
Texas will be 1 still. Hey, but you might not be fine with your player already giving OU bulletin board material. Colin Simmons said, we're going to dominate OU.
Okay, real quick, I want to answer this question. Chuck, let me answer this. With the schedule they have and with the offense playing the way it's playing right now, I would say maybe 7-5. Offense has to be better if they want 8 or 9 wins. Okay. I think that's, I don't know. I don't know why that's like such a bad take. The offense has to be better if they want to win 8 or 9 games because of the schedule they play. They can't, you're not going to go out there and score 20 points and beat some of these teams you're playing. It's just going to be, I just think you're going to have to be better offensively. And when I say offensively, I mean, maybe you don't have to score, but first half, go look at the first half today. It was 3 and out, 3 and out. After that first drive, they had like 4 possessions and they had a total of like 20 yards or something. It was bad. They kept rolling the defense out there. You got to move the ball, get first downs, and punt it. And by the way, we have not mentioned his name today, and I don't know why the heck we have not. Every week, Luke Elzinga continually punts the ball. Amazing. He did corner punts today. I mean, he was unbelievable. He's special teams player of the year right now. It's not even close.
Peyton Bowen caught the punts, even though he was under duress. I thought that showed something. And Zach Schmidt, guys, I think Zach Schmidt's the kicker.
No, it'll be Keltner. When Keltner gets back, it'll be Keltner.
Not sure about that.
No problem, Chuck. Just wanted to say my opinion. There we go.
I'm not sure about that, Jay.
What makes you think Keltner lost his job because he's had appendicitis?
He's missed the kick and an extra point.
Well, I mean, that's true, but
Zach Schmidt went on the road.
And Zach Schmidt's not on scholarship. Do you know that?
I was nervous on that last kick.
Did you know that?
I did not know that, Jay.
I believe that's what Burt Venables said after the game, that he's not on scholarship.
Wow.
Hey, and you know what, Jerry? I am totally fine. If OU wins, say they have a great year, and it's because of the defense and special teams, I'm fine with that. Go play old school football and win. But offense has to help you up by moving the ball. They can't go 3 and out. And they got a guy at the helm now that's a gamer. The guy can make plays when it breaks down. The guy, you need a 2-point conversion, give it to him. He'll go jump from the 3-yard line and get it in there. Hey, not many people get in on that play. Not many people get in on that play that he scored on. 2-point conversion.
No. Man, Jay, it's been a day.
It's been a day, bro.
I want to say this before we get off here tonight. This is our 3rd live of the day. We had the pregame live, the postgame live, and back again tonight for another live. Stutzman should be back tomorrow night joining us. Got a lot of things. It's OU Texas week. You need to check out the fan stuff.
2 weeks. 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's OU game week for 2 weeks. OU Texas, Red River Rivalry. Order your upside-down Longhorn hat. Let's support the fan stop at thefanstop.com. Do that for us. Appreciate that. Also, hit the like and subscribe to our channel. We got softball videos coming out this week, Jay, because fall battle series is upon us.
Correct. And 2 weeks till Texas game. It's going to be great hype. It is so much better to build up to the Texas game off a W. I tell you what, 3-2 going into that game, 0-2 in the conference would be pretty ugly. 1-1, 4-1. Let's go. Let's go get it. Steve, you know what? You go. It's a rivalry game. I wonder what the line. What do you think? Is the line out on that yet, Hunter? What do you think the line? I think it's going to be Texas by 7 right now. That's what I would guess. What do you think about that? Do you think it's about right?
Probably about right. What Tennessee was.
I think about 6.5, 7 is what I would guess.
That's what I would guess.
Double digits? Is it really double digits? That would be a shock in a rivalry game, Hunter.
I'm loving that. I am loving that. And tell you
too
what
early. Hey, real quick, Chuck. Too early to tell right now. Too early to tell for my pick. I got to wait a little bit. Sorry, bro.
Hey, Chief. It was a fun day, and what made it really fun was Sooner Magic. That was one of the games you're going to remember. Everyone's going to remember, Sooner fans, where you were when that happened. And I know people are like, well, it's just Auburn. It's the first SEC win of the Sooner history.
That's
right. And they win it that way.
Hey, and I'll say this. We talked about it a few weeks ago when OU played Tennessee, and we had so many Tennessee fans on the lives. Hey, if you're on here and you're a Texas fan, I've seen a bunch of you on here. Tell your friends, get them on here. Let's have some good banter. We got 2 weeks till build up. Let's have some good banter for 2 weeks. I would love it. It'd be some great back and forth. I think it'll be great. I love it. It'll be great build up. Texas 8.5. That's about right, I think.
Hey,
So,
Chester, we don't want any repeat of the John Blake era for sure.
hey, and that's fine. Hey, real quick, that's fine. We're not worth talking about. I don't know why you're on there talking about it then. If we're not worth talking about, what are you doing on here talking
Man,
about?
you're wasting your time, Lincoln. Hey, thanks to everyone who's on here. We appreciate you. That's a waste of your time to be on here if you don't think we're worth it. But hey, thanks for joining us. We'll be up here again tomorrow, as we are each and every night. What's up, God, Guns, Ammo? Jacoby did not play. Thanks for everyone for being on here. We're going to get off here and have a nice sleep as the Sooners beat Auburn 27-21. SEC is now officially welcome to Sooner Magic. And we will see everyone on here tomorrow.